Oh yeah, like what I wanted to tell you. Well, I was telling you earlier that Godzilla, King of Monsters, should not be coming out right now. They just shouldn't.
Should be waiting for.
We should be doing Godzilla and King Kong, and then.
But there's way more stuff after King Ghidorah.
Yeah, but this feels so epic.
They're putting what three or four.
Well, they have Godzilla,
according
King Ghidorah.
According to this trailer that we just saw yesterday, Phil saw another creature.
Well, yeah, there's King Ghidorah, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and some creature that was bursting from the sand.
Ooh, spooky.
Hey, I always forget his name.
I don't know his name either.
He has like drills for hands.
Is he a Decepticon?
Wait, drills for hands?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if
is
that's
it like that sand, like what is it, like those creatures that burrow themselves in sand?
Yeah, he's like this like mole creature thing.
If we're really lucky, we'll get the giant turtle.
The one with the world on its back?
No, that's from It.
What?
That's from It.
Huh?
From It?
Never mind.
So, back to the topic that we really need to be discussing. Did everyone see the trailer for the new movie? The new scary movie? What was it called? Us?
Yes. I am too excited. Phil doesn't want to see it.
I don't think you could top
No.
Get Out.
Did y'all not see? He dropped an original trailer Christmas Day.
I didn't see it.
I thought I sent it to y'all.
You may have, but we don't check the chat. I knew about this
for a while.
Oh my god. I am so down. Jordan Peele. I want to be Jordan Peele when I grow up.
Like, I'm not a fan of scary movies, and usually I don't want to see
Trust me,
scary movies.
the folks from my other show, that's some scary shit. Plug. They're all down. Sorry.
I want to go to the theater to see this.
It looks so good, Phil. I can't believe you're not on the same page. Get out. Go away.
This is my room, though.
I don't care.
All right, guys. It's been nice. I gotta go.
And on that note, welcome to another episode of AYR Recording.
Yes, now that the asshole has left, known as Phil.
So who are you?
I am his evil twin.
You literally.
Wait, you're the evil one?
What?
Which one was... Philip was the good one?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
My evil twin. Hi, everybody. I love everyone. I love everything. This is great to be here.
Everything behind him is on fire.
No, it was like the original me is the asshole, but the evil one is like the nice good guy, but he's the evil one.
So it's like Despicable Me 3?
I didn't watch it.
Because Gru has like a twin brother, but he's also a villain, but he's really, really good at it. So it's like Gru's the bad.
Oh, that's right. He wore white and had blonde hair for some reason.
Yeah.
And somehow was uglier than Gru.
Oh.
I didn't watch it.
Again,
but I just
didn't
remember
see
those pieces. But yeah. So today we are here to talk about
Despicable Me 3. Thank you for joining us.
All right, and I'm
There was something about bubblegum. I don't remember. Anyways.
We're here to talk about Glass. Oh wow, that got quiet.
Mr. Glass.
Oh, excuse me, that wasn't in the title.
So we watched Split and Unbreakable last night.
Which, in hindsight, I should have watched it with y'all, but I was too busy playing Resident Evil 2.
Then you have no excuse. I'll get on to you later.
But he's seen both of them.
Yeah, I've seen both of them, just not recent.
Because I had never seen Unbreakable, and she saw Split, but I didn't remember that she looked at it.
I don't remember seeing Split. I think that's a lie. I know that I saw Unbreakable, but...
I mean, Unbreakable was 19 years ago. Jeez. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Screw you. Go away.
Anyway.
Again.
This is my room. So the only place I would go away to is here.
I'll just go in the other corner. You're yelling to your mic from the other side of the room.
It's picking up on all of us.
I have an opinion.
So, Glass was a really good movie. I liked it. The end. We can wrap up. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wow.
My favorite part about Glass...
Spoiler free first. Sorry, I have to.
Like,
this is going to be a quick section.
Yeah, that's fine.
they're always a quick section because we can never contain ourselves.
Spoiler free. Wyatt, go.
I give it a 4 out of 5. And I have to give it a 4 because it's not a standalone movie. This is a rule I've after seeing Split, I've put in that if it can't stand as a standalone movie, it automatically gets Doctor Point.
All right, so my opinion is that you don't actually have to see the other two movies to enjoy this movie. It'll still make sense because there's still going to be some kind of like recap thing going on. There's a twist at the end because it's the Shyamalan movie.
I give it 4 out of 5 panes of glass.
Okay.
Are those broken panes of glass?
Yeah,
or just...
like if you had all 5 pieces, you can make one mirror.
Oh, wait, the glass is a mirror?
Well, all mirrors are glass.
Okay, yeah, but not all glass is a mirror.
Okay, I give it... Okay, so if you put all 5 pieces together, you get one pane of glass.
Okay.
But you don't have all 5 pieces.
So your mirror is missing a piece.
Yes.
Is it a big piece that it's missing, or just like a tiny shard?
It's the most important piece.
Is it the middle or like a corner? So you can still use it?
It's kind of like off center of the middle.
That's annoying.
Yeah. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But that's the best that I can do.
See, here's the hard thing for me. I had to sit and think about it for a while because when I initially got out of the theater, I was kind of mad at Shyamalan. Kind of.
We were both upset because the theater that we went and watched it in, they didn't fucking turn the lights off.
Yeah, so there's the lights are on as the movie's playing.
Maybe it's because y'all went to the ghetto theater.
There. Did he go and say,
nobody moved. Nobody moved.
Went to the ghetto theater, and the reason that they don't turn the lights off is because they don't want anyone to get murdered in the theater. Or they don't want kids having sex in there.
We were in Cedar Hill.
Yeah.
Yo,
exactly.
You come out to my theaters and I'll show you a better theater.
Show me 2 kids in Cedar Hill that aren't having sex in the movie theater.
In the movie theater? The movie theater that we were in. Also,
you know that because the lights were on.
Also, I don't think there were any kids in our theater.
Okay, fine. Adults.
Also,
people. Just people in general.
Well, the only ones that actually showed up were me and Devin, so...
No, they're more...
Y'all were having sex in the movie theater?
No.
Because the lights were on.
Hello? Yes?
Hey. You're supposed to ask, are y'all recording? No, you have to do it louder so people can hear you.
Are y'all recording?
There it is.
Oh, sorry.
So, I've got a little bit of beef with Shyamalan. The first 2 acts are fine for me. They run really well. And then a couple of things in that last act, which we will get to in spoilers, where I'm just like, dude, you didn't have to do that. You shouldn't have done that. You Shyamalan the shit out of your own movie. And we'll get to that in spoilers, but
so before
it's a 3.5.
Before we get to spoilers, non-spoilers, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Ooh.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
My favorite scene is actually when Dr. Ellie is in the room with Kevin. And she's going through the personalities, and James McAvoy just knocking it out. And I'm just like, I applaud you, sir. I applaud you because I love every character you're doing. It starts out with Jade, the diabetic girl, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
it's just because it was awkward. Because it's like, oh, he's doing everything a teenage girl would do, but okay, I dig it. I dig all the characters he played. So that's my favorite part.
I'm actually going to change mine. My favorite...
That's not spoiled?
It's more along the lines of the psychological... I don't want to say torture, but psychological...
If torture helps you get it through.
The psychological torture that the doctor...
Manipulation.
Yeah.
The psychological manipulation that the doctor put everyone through. And everything.
Okay, you have to stop because it will get spoiled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going to stop.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
I don't know. I like the whole thing was just it was an amazing trip for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I can
pick a favorite.
Pick a favorite.
My favorite scene was when get to see the flashback of Mr. Glass as a child and the scene in the little
Oh,
amusement park.
Because that was in.
Oh my god!
I was
like cringing the whole time, but it wasn't a bad cringe. It was like, oh my god, the poor baby.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
going to let you know.
I'm in theater, I was sitting there doing this, going,
Yeah.
Because I was wondering what. Oh, no, that's gonna get into spoilers. We'll get into
So
it.
like that reaction, like when a movie is successful in making you feel that
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it makes
That's
you
a
feel
good
uncomfortable. I like when that happens.
Like, I gotta let you know that my experience watching Glass was different than when I went in blind only with a moderate remembrance of Split to going back and watching all three movies in close proximity. My experience was different, and some of the parts that seem like it was super Shyamalan, when you go back and you watch Split or Unbreakable, some of them are like, oh, the foreshadowing of this was in the previous movies and not in this one.
I'm still gonna say
Do
he
you
didn't
think
have a plan. He did
Yeah, I'm
not
saying,
have
I
a trilogy
I don't know
plan.
if, I can't say that Shyamalan isn't a good director because I like the movies.
He did have a trilogy planned, and when we get into spoilers, we'll go back and discuss Unbreakable.
Because I was about to say, I don't think he planned on a trilogy.
I think he did.
No, this was definitely...
So what you're saying is what we need to do.
Is okay, it's spoiler time.
No, hold on. What you're saying is what we need to do is we need to take a weekend, a day, watch all three movies when Glass comes out on physical copy. Watch all three movies and then do a full review of all three movies.
A follow-up review.
A follow-up review.
Maybe
months down the line.
Maybe.
But
maybe
that's
like a
during
mini
that's
thing.
that's gonna be during Avengers time. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, we'll do Avengers first and then the follow-up review.
We'll see. Warning. This is spoiler time. If you are listening beyond this point, we are hoping that you actually watched the movie.
For all three movies.
For all three movies. If you have not seen...
Well, I haven't seen Unbreakable in a while.
But that's fresh enough in their minds, and trust me, when they say certain points, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're all connected.
Yeah.
Right? So so towards the end, you find out there's a secret organization.
The Court of Clovers, I've heard they've been called.
And so it seems like it's, straight out of left field. Like, it was just, No. But it starts from, like, the beginning of the movie when you first meet the lady. The things she's saying don't match up with anything in the other movies, right? So, like, going in, you're not really, half remembering Split and then not watching Unbreakable. A lot of the things she was saying really made sense, but like one part in particular, she is talking to the Kevin character how the bars were old.
She's given reasons for all of his powers.
Yeah,
all of the manipulation or the things that he was capable of doing.
And then they said that the shotgun was old and the rounds were old, which isn't true because Kevin said that he had bought a shotgun.
So it wasn't that
and the
old.
rounds were in his
locker.
Right?
So they had no exposure to the moisture in the air.
Well, not even just that. She's saying that the gun itself was super, super old, but it's not the fact because Kevin bought this stuff not long ago. It's just a minor detail that you will overlook if you're not paying attention to what happened in Split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then other things like she doesn't believe these guys have powers, yet they put Unbreakable character in a armored room.
That's what I was just about to
David
say.
Dunn,
right?
I was about to say, if you don't believe, like, if these people don't have the ability, why are you going through such great lengths to take such great precautions to put this man in a metal room that he can't break out of if he doesn't have the ability to break out of those? Why would you have the lights that would force a personality change he hasn't?
The lights make sense because
he legitimately has DID.
They know he has this disorder. It's the superhuman beast that they don't believe exists.
Right.
But like that's the only thing that like makes sense out of everything she does.
But I'm saying, even if the beast didn't exist, or if she didn't believe the beast exists, the light would still work. How am I trying to word this?
I don't
No,
think.
because the lights work on all of the personalities.
Exactly.
Yeah, if there's a personality, you don't
It's,
like.
it's flashing a new persona
It's to
into
keep
the
him
light.
to stay in the room and stay docile, basically, so he
Yeah.
Because
doesn't
even
escape.
without the beast, they can all plot together. And
Because the Horde is still all there.
yeah,
Which is a great name.
Yeah,
By the way, the
that
Horde.
is actually a really good villain name.
For,
Now, when you say
it's
stuff
better
like,
than Legion.
it's when you say stuff like that, it just reminds me of some of the things that are kind of contradictory when she's talking to him. Like when she has the group session with all of them, she's explaining away everybody's abilities and everything. It's just like when she talks to David Dunn, she's like, you say you feel somebody's sins or whatever, something like that, and then she's like, that can easily be explained away by you're a keen observer. You noticed that when you passed Kevin, that he had red brick on him, and you just looked in the area for something that had a red brick. You're a keen observer. She explained the way, and it's just like, but like everybody's been saying, you're taking these extra precautions, for the superhuman strength and stuff like that. It's contradictory, and you don't notice it at first. This is one of those movies. It's a Shyamalan movie. You need to see it more than one time because there's things obviously that were missed.
yeah.
And then you go back and it's like, oh, especially after viewings of the other films, you're like, oh, that totally makes sense now.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when I initially left the theater, I was kind of pissed at Shyamalan because you introduce a crucial element to the universe, this universe that you've built with this Court of Clovers, because now I want to know more about this Court of Clovers, but you just ended the film and, spoiler, you killed your heroes and your villain.
By the way, the Court of Clovers, it's confirmed that it's a Cloverfield movie.
They're aliens.
Next week.
I think that was just something that aided me the first few minutes after being out of the movie. I was kind of pissed at him. I was like, don't introduce a crucial, interesting element
At the end of the movie.
But like, I kind of like the way it ended, and I'm pretty sure that's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
But I like that it's a superhero shared universe kind of thing, like Avengers and whatever. But it's nothing like the Avengers. Like I like that there's no superheroes that are the God of Thunder who are
Actual physical deity.
I
Yeah.
think it's just a matter of this effect because it's grounded in reality.
Yeah, it's like super realistic, like ordinary people who just are a touch special. I like that, and I kind of would be okay if it just ended there. Like, it just ended, there's not going to be any more expansion on this universe. Like, we know that there's this organization that, kind of polices them, and that's it.
I'm sort of in the same boat as you, but I really want to know more about the Court of Clover.
It's like,
that's how I am. I'm like,
because
this ended perfectly, but I want to know more.
Exactly, because it's like they've apparently been running Earth for millennia now.
She's saying 10,000 years that they've been policing supers,
Exactly, and it's like
and
I
now
want to know more about that. What are the other cases of that?
And now that they've been exposed, not the order itself, but the fact that there are super beings out in this world to wake up those who haven't been super before. Somebody reminded me of something. This is literally the end of Heroes season 4.
I think it's further than I watched. So,
but yeah, a lot of folks gave up on Heroes.
I remember that Spock was in it.
I remember Save the Cheerleader, Save the World.
That is season 1.
And that guy did a JoJo reference, but that's about it.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, I will bump it up to a 4 just because I now know that it's part of a much bigger picture that I'm hoping to God this was a planned trilogy. I still take issue with giving us the Court of Clovers at the last 20 minutes of the film because now I want another film where, yes, the world has been exposed to supers and now we have this emergence of supers. I want that now. And now they have to police that.
It's a prequel to the Avengers.
Well, so there's a point, and I don't know how fast this really is, but they keep alluding to this character in Unbreakable who is this football player, and he's 6'1", 200 something pounds, and he runs really fast, right? And they keep alluding to they want to bring him into the NFL. There's a recruiter, and it's something that's just kind of thrown away. They say it multiple times in the movie,
so it's more
but it goes
than
nowhere, right? But it could be alluding to a speedster, just kind of like someone who's potentially faster than Usain Bolt, but not like the Flash. But they're alluding to he's a tank, dude's a tank who runs incredibly fast. So it's a thing where it's like, okay, they kind of alluded that he might have powers.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere. But then you find out, like, there's more of these guys and they pop up in pairs, So he could have been one half of an equation. We also don't know who the other half of Split is. If all 24 count as
Who's the 25th?
all the fair, like all the 24 are equal. So it's like each of them is 12 and their other half are 12 all in one body.
Okay.
Or if he as one person, as one singular body, count as one powered person, and someone else is out there for his other half.
it is equal.
Was there something that I missed? That was me clearing my throat. I'm very sorry about that. I would like to apologize formally for whatever that was. I think I was being
Possessed.
possessed by some sort of parasite.
No, what Wyatt
I had
is
a
saying.
bio curse.
What Wyatt is saying is there is a line that Dr. Ellie says that that in this universe, one emerges, then another emerges.
It also shows up in Unbreakable.
Yeah, Unbreakable.
Glass says
he
it.
says the
Dr.
same thing.
Ellie says it.
Yeah. So if David Dunn is Mr. Glass's equal, his yin to his yang,
Okay.
that means the Horde has an equal out there
That we just don't know of.
that we just don't know about.
Interesting.
So I have a question. How far ahead can Glass really prepare himself for things? Because I understand that the Osaka Tower was not the main plan. He knew that the whole thing was a suicide mission. But, oh no, I just got it. Because he sent all the video out to his mother, and his mother sent it out to Joseph Dunn and Casey.
I thought he sent it to all three.
When he doesn't know them, he just met Casey when they showed up outside of him on the phone. So he sent it to his mother, and his mother sent it to Casey and Joseph, and they exposed the world to the whole thing. But that's one heck of a plan, because when they showed up to try to do whatever they're gonna do to his brain, I was with him. I was like, wait, how do they even know about this? Oh yeah, he set that whole damn thing up. I applaud Glass, because for a villain to think that far ahead, that's a badass villain to me.
This is the mastermind.
It's just, can we talk about the fact that they just killed them all?
Can I talk? Can I say that? Am I the only one that expected her to get shot when she was screaming in the hallway, because for failing her job?
Someone was just gonna come out.
I thought the organization, the Court of Clovers, was just sent an assassin. Well, she fucked up. Bang! Just stopped in the middle of the hall.
I'm pretty sure they've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah, but this is the first time that's ever happened. They've normally been able to contain the situation. The idea is to first try to convince them that...
Are you telling me that a super organization that has been running the world for a millennia didn't take in precaution of, what if we just fail once in the future?
Well, you have to keep in mind how quickly technology evolves, right? So basically within 20 years, within 25 years, we've gotten the internet and the ability to share easily, just at a click of a button, So that's insanely fast. So precautions to surpass that, plus you're fighting an evil genius as well. I mean...
All right, so I have a theory, right? So in Unbreakable, there were a lot of scenes where the actual imagery was upside down, right? So here's my theory. and I'm kind of making it up as I go. So,
Okay, let's hear this.
so this organization, the what was it? The Clover,
Court of Clovers.
Court of Clovers, right? They have been suppressing knowledge about, superhuman beings. What if they actually are the ones that are perpetuating the comic book industry in this universe, right, in this world, to downplay the fact that they're a superhuman being. So they're over exaggerating the feats of these superhuman beings,
making it seem so
Making
fantasy.
people
So much
Superman.
fantasy.
Oh, you think you have
Flash.
superpowers? Oh, how juvenile! You must read comic books.
Oh, that makes sense because
That's actually not a bad idea
in
at all.
That's
Unbreakable, he's selling this picture, and it's like the original cover of one of the comics, and all the proportions are fairly right. They're more realistic, except the supervillain has a slightly enlarged head. But when it went to print, he explains that they exaggerated everything even more.
And his theory is that comic books are an extension of reality. That there's some knowledge where people have these superhuman strengths, and humanity's way of preserving that knowledge is through comic books. So what if the Court of Clovers is behind that in the first place to make people feel stupid for thinking that they're superheroes?
They're running the
That
comic
actually
book economy.
That's actually a way to manage it on a massive scale, as opposed to sending in someone to say, "Hey, you're not as super as you think you are." I can explain that away. Just do it with comics, to where these amazing feats do seem like fantasy.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm smart.
Sure you are. Sure you are. I believe in you.
I want to hope that.
But then again, I believe in Bigfoot.
Damn it.
and part of,
Looks at Forrest. You can do what you set your mind to.
and I want to hope that Shyamalan and his writing team actually thought that far ahead, because that would be great. Because that's actually a really good explanation for that. But I don't know, because there's a lot of thought that you guys fully believe that this was a planned trilogy from the beginning.
Like I don't know. If
I would have to watch Unbreakable and Split again.
So I don't know if the trilogy was planned from Unbreakable, but I think Split was at least a concept during the very beginning. Absolutely, during Split, they were planning on a trilogy.
Because I think they were at least expecting a sequel from Unbreakable. But it seems weird that they waited so long. I don't know if this was on purpose or not.
But they explained away that timeline really well, though. That
I guess
Kevin's dad was on that train.
Yeah.
It would take 19 years for.
Yeah,
Kevin
it would have to, because they would have to wait for the kid to grow up.
Exactly.
And for mom to drive him,
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I'm sorry. I'm thinking back to that, my favorite scene in all those characters. I love that scene.
I would, however, like to see more of the abuse. That sounds really bad now.
I want to see this kid get the shit kicked out of him
Yeah,
by his
I want to
mom.
see more of that.
You know what? That's a movie in itself.
What terrified me, she came up with an
Iron?
iron that was just freshly turned
Oh, yeah.
off
Yeah.
and steaming. I was like, oh no.
It would have been interesting to see, but to watch Kevin grow up and start to manifest these identities. That's a whole film in itself that I would like to see. Because I would like to see how Dennis came to be, how Barry came to be, how Patricia came to be.
The High Priestess. Well, I mean, it was said that the Beast was formed or came as like a guardian angel to protect Kevin.
All of
All
his
of them.
personalities kind of came from a necessity to take care of Kevin.
The Beast is just the latest, and you can tell he's the latest because
No,
wow,
he was one of the first.
was he?
Because during the train wreck, I think the abuse happened after the train wreck because it killed his father.
And his father was going to something for DID.
Yeah,
so-
because the mom had it.
Yeah, so the father was the thing protecting him, and once the father's gone, that's when the beast shows up to, all the anger and rage. So,
It was just because when the Beast manifests himself, he's very much an animal, and that's why I associated it with the zoo from Split, and that he's manifesting from working around these animals, and that's where I feel like part of the Beast came from.
and he may have evolved into there, into from all the animals, taking bits and pieces of all the animals.
Because he
but
does
he first transforms in a train yard.
where he lost his father.
Yeah.
I think what Shyamalan may have done was he saw like the shared universes that are already existing. He was like, you know what, I can probably do that.
He said that about Avatar too.
Yeah.
So
See, the thing is that he actually made a good trilogy, opposed to a really bad
One
movie.
movie. Yeah.
But that okay, so the
Adaptation.
whole Avatar thing, like I'm pretty sure it wasn't his decision to make one movie. That was more of a studio executive, a group decision.
Take this
But,
whole
like,
season
even
and
if he
fit
did,
it into
even
one
if it was
movie.
an executive decision, he could have done better.
no,
at
like
making it.
after seeing like his latest movies, so
you
Split, Glass, the
Devil, he only produced Devil, but Devil was really good.
Yeah.
The Visit.
Isn't
The
that the one
Visit,
with the
I
elevator?
love The Visit.
Avatar just seems so out of left field. It seems like he didn't want to do it, that it was given to him. He's
Devin,
like,
isn't Devil the one with the elevator and
Yeah.
the jelly side down?
Yeah.
Yes, and I love it.
oh, that one was alright. That was okay.
I was
Jelly side down. Have you seen the sound cutting version?
I'm saying this, and he only, like I said, he only produced that. We didn't even direct Devil.
But
We're-
I mean,
we're going-
Mexicans are really superstitious.
We are a court of priests, and we've tested everything to see if the devil is here, except for dropping a piece of toast that has jelly on it.
Okay.
And then he drops a piece of toast.
You're giving.
Oh god! And it's complete anarchy, and people are like, all these priests
No,
and
no, no,
priestesses
no,
are
no,
killing
look.
each other.
Look.
Jelly side down.
You're giving Devil crap, but I will choose Devil. You have a choice: Devil or Lady in the Water, or The Village.
Actually,
I like The Village.
Yeah, I
The
like The
Village was
Village.
actually really good. The Village was actually really good, and the twist in that one, I would say, is better than the twist in Devil, because it's like an entire village living secluded.
It's
off
more
of-
believable.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
believable
it's more believable. Thank you.
Mhm.
Maya.
than The Devil.
The devil
Yes.
is.
If you believe in the devil, you give him power, Devin.
That is true.
I don't believe in the devil. I believe in Bigfoot.
So Bigfoot has all the power.
Yes. I'm
But
trying to give him enough power so he can manifest himself, so I can catch him and then sell him to get money.
you're a terrible being.
I am human.
I'm curious if we're going to continue this universe. I would like for him to,
I don't.
but I don't
think
want
it
to. I
is.
don't want Hollywood to milk it.
Yeah,
I don't-
I think the reason he killed everyone is so that that's his out. He doesn't.
He's just not forced to do another one after another.
Yeah.
after
But when you introduce something, like I said, as intriguing as
that's
the
just
Court
like
of
the big
Clovers.
fuck you to the executives.
Well, no, it's
But
it's his twist. So like all his movies have a twist at the end. It's like not what you were expecting. So this is his twist at the end. That's the end. There's no
Everyone's
more.
dead.
Like at the end of the twist, there's not a continuation story of what's happening in the village now.
Right.
There's not So after the twist, it's over. It's done.
Exactly.
I'm done. This is what I gave you. You better be happy. That's all you're getting.
And again, I think that's along the lines of that's a big FU and middle finger to the executives. It's like, oh, you want me to milk this? Well, good luck. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, I think Mr. Glass is like one of my favorite characters.
Are you gonna cosplay Mr. Glass now?
You could totally pull it off. You just got to
You just
shave.
need to-
Yeah.
I just need to break your leg so you're in a wheelchair.
I'm not pushing you around.
Oh, but okay. So we noticed that they use similar cinematography. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
For both Unbreakable and Split.
Oh, how did Glass start?
I don't remember how Glass started. If it started the same way as Unbreakable and Split, but they did use similar.
One thing I did notice was that upside down shot when Joseph comes out of the hospital,
I noticed that as well.
where the camera goes. and
Oh,
then
that's
shoots-
right. Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. It's like, oh, that's.
It's because Unbreakable had a lot of upside down shots.
And I think that's why they did it.
Split didn't really have anything upside down. I don't
No.
think.
But yeah, so
Also-
both Unbreakable and Split start off with this. So Unbreakable, he's on a train, and Split, the chick's in a car, and the camera pans like left and right.
It's kind of like almost like a hide and seek kind of thing, but it's like as if you were like kind of moving in your chair, trying to like look.
And I can't remember if Glass started like that.
I don't remember what the opening scene was.
The opening to Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The opening to Glass was the whole scene with Patricia. Because they're talking in the background, and Patricia's the one that comes out and talks to the girls. That's the opening.
Oh, that's right. They were in the warehouse.
Yeah, they were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
That was the first
Oh,
scene.
okay.
Does it start with the looking side to side?
It's
No.
a stationary shot as Patricia walks in.
I was gonna say that Glass had another upside down scene when the Beast was climbing on the ceiling, going towards the overseer and the girls.
Yeah.
It was from his point of view, upside down on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's another.
So I think a
upside-down
lot
shot.
of the upside down shots are, I guess, not a foreshadow, but like an indicator that this isn't real, or like at least it's not supposed to be real life. Like, like say the village, that could be in
it's heightened.
Earth 1. Yeah. So this is probably a different universe
Like
or
Earth
different.
2.
Yeah.
It's a heightened realism. It's above what we deal with,
Yeah.
or so we think anyway.
Ooh.
I live in the fourth dimension.
Do they have cakes there?
The cake's alive.
We consume everything through knowledge.
That
That's
makes
actually
you,
why I'm in the third dimension now, because I wasn't smart enough to live there.
You don't know enough.
We consume everything by knowledge. Yes, I understand. I am full now.
I would
My
hate
hunger has
that.
been satiated.
I would hate that. I like to eat.
I like to taste food. That's actually why I live here, because I like to taste the food.
I'd be that one a-hole. Well, I need to know what this particular piece of chicken tastes like.
Yep.
Tastes good.
Ah, yes. My knowledge is now satiated. Let's continue. I will take this for further study. Go behind a tree and start.
So the more that I sit on Glass, the more I'm not mad at it, because it's like Phil and I went to have lunch after the movie, and I told him as I got out of the car, I'm not mad at Shyamalan anymore.
Yeah.
Because once you get to sit on it for a while and
Process it.
and process things, it gets better.
But I'm kind of glad that they never made it to the tower, because like when I heard that in the movie, I remember thinking like, oh, this is going to be a big showdown thing. Like, I wonder if the building's going to be on fire while Unbreakable is,
Then you remember it's a Shyamalan movie, and that's too much.
Yeah, it seems like a real Hollywood thing. And then it all happens in the parking lot, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Exactly.
Can we discuss the stupid ass fucking way that they killed
Kevin?
Not Kevin.
Or David.
David. Yeah, David. Like
Drown-
they drowned him in a puddle. Like
Well, I mean, his weakness was water.
his weakness is fucking stupid.
Just like Superman's weakness is a rock.
Well,
from his
at
home
least
planet.
that's magically explained away.
It's an irradiate rock.
Yeah,
That's
it's
different.
Oh, I'm
toxic
sorry.
to him. Water is just water. Like I'm sure
If
he
you take the sun
showers and
away-
he doesn't
But, like-
drown in the fucking shower.
But like it kind of makes sense, He's afraid of
So-
water because of traumatic experience. So really, we never got a point where he overcomes that,
Yeah,
right? He's never been to.
He never will.
To, yeah,
obviously.
but like he's never been to a therapist to overcome that or anything. Like really, if he tried, if he was like, all right,
I'm gonna go take swimming lessons.
yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why he started to drown that day. He was going to take swimming lessons. Some asshole was like, "Hey, how's that feel?"
I mean, that's traumatizing to happen as a kid, and like you said, he never got over it.
Yeah.
The only therapy he actually got was with Ellie.
Yeah, that's the only therapy he got for it. So when he gets in a situation where he's face down, he swallows water.
Like I understand.
I think the big thing for this movie was the idea of the power of belief.
Yeah.
That is a very important thing. If you believe, that's why they focus so hard on.
Well, at the end of
Kevin.
Split, like that's the last thing he says. We are what we believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like all these characters inhabit the same body, but Jade is the only one with diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
and she has to take medicine for that. The rest, Kevin's body doesn't need it, but
it does when she inhabits it.
Yeah, but when Jade inhabits it because they believe so,
Can I ask in Split? Because I watched it recently. In Split, did they mention the light?
Yeah.
Yes, the light is important. The light is the very thing that is. Whoever has the light, they're the ones in control of the body.
I assume that's like the torch. That they're holding the torch.
I
and,
assume
I assume it's
Control.
like I assume it's like a chair sitting in the light, and whoever's sitting in that chair is the one.
No,
who
they're
gets
all
it.
sitting in
Yeah.
chairs.
Well-
So how it's explained in Split is that there's this light in the middle, and everyone is sitting in a chair around the light.
Okay.
And so Dennis is supposed to be the mediator who says, "Okay, you have the light. You have the light. It's your turn. It's my turn." You know.
Mm-hmm.
But the kid, the 9-year-old,
Hedwig
Hedwig, he has the power to take over the light whenever he wants.
from anybody. Even though no, Barry was supposed to be the one that's supposed to.
He got in trouble.
Yeah, Barry was supposed to be the one that's supposed to control that situation, but Dennis and Patricia
Yeah.
are the ones that kind of took
over.
over everything,
Yeah.
and they let Hedwig have it because they can control Hedwig.
Mm-hmm. They
He's
can
more
control
he's more
Hedwig because-
manipulative.
Yeah, Hedwig has the most power over everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but he's the most manipulative.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just wanted to know because I haven't seen Split in a while.
Yeah, DID is no joke. I don't want to meet any. Actually, and this is kind of related. There's a girl who's been going around on Facebook. It showed up in my recommended for God knows what reason. Some Asian girl who suffers from DID, and she films things and watches her go from one headspace to another. So she has alters. That's what they're called, alters, and she films it. I forget her name, but yeah, she's on there, and you get to meet these alters. You get to know what they're like, what they do, how old they are, and all this other
You
stuff
said Facebook?
on YouTube.
YouTube? I think
It showed up in my
on a recommended
Yeah,
for me one.
it showed up in my recommended out of nowhere, and I was like, I haven't been like studying the idea or anything, but I started watching a video, and I watched her go from herself to one of her alters, and it was like, it's literally you check out for a second, and you're somebody else. It's not as painful as Kevin makes it look.
Oh yeah. So the other thing that we discussed, I'm sorry, we discussed because one of his name is David, right? Unbreakable. David. One of his other powers is that he doesn't get sick. And remember our episode about what our superpowers would be, and I wanted to, be able to influence people. I think I would take not being able, it's a crappy power because you don't have any superhuman ability except that you can't get sick.
You have a boosted immune system.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
Like, what's your superpower? I don't get sick.
But I've thought about that.
Shit,
Like,
so I can't use the Black Plague on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it!
But how many?
Walk into a
heroes
room with
for-
like a horrible airborne virus. And like, I'm fine. You all right, bro? I don't feel nothing.
But yeah, how many superpowered people have these really minute, overlooked powers? Someone who can see really, really well.
Instead of having 20/20 vision, you have 21/21 vision.
In the X-Men universe, we call them Morlocks.
Warlocks.
The crappy X-Men.
They're the ones whose powers are like. Really?
Oh, you mean the
That's
Y
your-
Men?
No. The Y-Men are a disaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These guys are just they're people who didn't quite make it into Xavier's.
Like someone who has just really good balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Oh,
it. Like
okay.
You
they're
can
not
never knock them
acrobatic. They just have really good balance.
You can't knock them over.
Like the Juggernaut could run at them full speed and they won't knock over.
I mean, they'll probably explode into mist, but every single piece will be perfectly still in the air.
They're one of those characters.
Land balanced perfectly.
They're one of those characters is like your power seems extremely useless except for this one situation.
Or someone who just is really good at math. That's it. They're not super smart in anything else, but they can
Calculation.
Yeah, calculation. It has to be straight regular math, not quantum physics or anything like that.
What's 38 divided by 6? All right, cool.
Yeah.
27. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
27.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. How many superpowers just are slightly better than
The average
What
human.
if your superpower was just that you were really good at spelling?
So you're saying our brother?
No, like you could just hear a word and be able to spell it like perfectly.
Oh.
Even with silent letters.
Yeah, even with silent letters.
You don't have to think about it; just spit it right out.
Yeah.
So basically, every name in Texas.
Like you
can spell
probably
it
wouldn't even
perfectly.
know that you have that power. Like I don't have to use spell check. I don't know. I'm just.
I'm just really good.
So when
I
I
can't type fast, but I can just.
so when I write papers, they're at least spelled correctly.
Your penmanship looks like shit. But man, you can spell really good.
That freaking lady. The
Oh yeah, I think okay. So she might have had a superpower in Unbreakable. The secretary at his job.
Oh,
She's sitting there typing and having a conversation with him while she's typing.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that in real life. Like when I used to work with those people, and they would
Very
they
descriptive.
they did data transcription, and they had been here working this job for like 15-20 years, and they would sit there and just talk to each other, having a full-fledged conversation,
Not
doing
even-
this data transcription. Like yeah, you're just copying data from one form to another, but
It's like they're
still.
playing the piano, they're just doing like this. And things just, like,
But that could have
perfectly
been her
aligned.
superpower. She's just really good at typing.
like I said,
She's typing at one point, like she takes a pencil out and it looks like she's calculating something, but she doesn't stop talking the whole entire time. She like puts it back and goes back to typing. She was a superhero.
Nice.
So-
What I will say about the superpowers that they exhibit in the movie, they're not like super over exaggerated. Like whenever they're having that big fight in the parking lot,
I absolutely love that.
and you like in a typical movie, a superhero movie, they would pick up a car and throw it at the person, but no, like they struggled to.
yeah, like
Tip the car over.
the beast
Yeah.
took a little bit to lift that police car.
And like David, yeah, his name's David. I keep forgetting. David, like it took him a couple tries to knock down the door, and it wasn't just like a sort of push, and he knocked it down.
Oh, and he didn't like just bend that bar like it was.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he had to
it
like
took some
actual
effort.
try. That's what I liked about the movie.
Yeah.
It was more like
Realistic.
like what y'all said, where it was more just slightly better humans.
yeah,
And it kind of makes me wonder. So the superhero community has been stagnated because of this organization. Like, so we see in real life, humans are getting better and better every single generation. So someone makes a running record, someone from a later generation is going to beat that, and then a generation after that, someone's going to beat it, right? And it's not just the technology that they're allowed. Like, some of the technology is still the same, but people are getting,
genetically superior.
genetically superior, faster, smarter, everything. Had they not been stagnated, what would a beast be like?
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would it be able to lift the car over its head rather than just...
Struggled to tip
Yeah.
it over.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Mm.
Very interesting.
Can we discuss how great an actor Bruce Willis is? Because in both Glass and Unbreakable, he seemed like he really did not want to be there.
Here's
Like he kept that character.
I think that's like his personality in all of his movies.
I think maybe Bruce Willis is just tired of acting.
No, because
Well,
like
I got-
Unbreakable
I
was
got-
19 years ago.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But he,
you know what? It was like super seamless.
yeah,
Like-
he was the same character. Like he just brought that character
Yeah.
right out of his pocket and.
Maybe that's just his regular personality. He was like, I'm just
act
gonna act
yourself.
like me.
No, I mean, and for some it would take
It's
time,
like your
but
dad take a
it's
walk.
it's
man.
like,
Oh, Jesus.
especially when you take a break for like 18, 19 years, it can be tough to get back into a character. But then you got folks like Robert Downey Jr., who's been Iron Man for 10
Yeah,
years.
but
now?
he hasn't.
Nine
He's
years?
been doing it consistently.
Yeah.
Like every few years, he puts that hat back on. Bruce Willis is just like I don't fucking want to be
Even
here.
Samuel L. Jackson, he was a little bit different.
Yeah.
He kind of had a slightly different feel from first movie to the...
Well, I think with Glass and Unbreakable, there's an innocence there, and
Yeah.
the innocence isn't there in Glass. He's
Yeah.
like, I understand that I'm a villain.
Well, most of the movie he was quiet. Like he didn't talk through
Oh, no,
most of the
but
movie.
when the turn happens, it's great because I was like, how's he gonna get? He's got to, because I'm still thinking he's on the drugs and he had to wean himself off of it. No, he's been hiding it. He's just been hiding it the whole
He's been off the
time.
drugs for
Said he
the 19 years that they
said
had him.
he said using sleight of hand to just put in aspirin instead of the pills that they've been giving me. See,
He has a freaking month's worth of pills.
Yeah, check this out. You want something?
I got all the drugs.
You don't want to take them though, because they'll make you brain dead.
So here's a crazy question. Out of the horde that you know, the entirety of those 24 characters, which one of those is your favorite?
Patricia.
Patricia's is up there.
Patricia's up there.
Patricia's up there. But I want to say that scene where she had the diabetes pin and she was like trying to seduce the guard.
Oh, that's Jade.
Jade?
That's Jade.
Jade.
Yeah.
Jade, that scene that he did right there, I was like, all right. I don't know why he's playing into this, but okay.
Oh yeah, the guy was playing it too. Because he even opened the door. He was like, "Oh, I know which one I got."
It's a little too close to the light. Can you pick it up for me? I would have been like, all right, here you go.
No, I'd have kicked it over. I'd have just kicked it over.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
I was actually thinking about doing this. Why didn't he just go, all right, there you go.
I think he was into Jade.
My favorite is either Patricia or the Mexican guy.
Oh.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just out of nowhere.
God, I think they were just because there were so many. The one Mexican guy who had no idea what was going on. It's like, Señora, lo siento. Hey, I'm sorry for you, man.
Like,
Piece of water. I mean, a piece of water.
He's probably been sitting like inside his head, not knowing what anyone's saying. Like this beast shows up and he's like, "What the?"
I didn't realize, but he has a set of twins in there too.
Oh,
Mary Reynolds and her brother. Yeah, he's got a set of twins in there, and
what's the brother's name?
I forgot the brother because it went by so quick.
Mm.
And I had to remember what he said because he's saying, "I'm his sister Mary Reynolds," and I was. The fact that he could pull off all those accents too was amazing to me.
Yeah, I like how he, well, in Split more so, but he was able to convey different personalities through his posture and his like.
Yes.
Yeah, like
and that's one thing I definitely noticed in Glass. You knew which character was coming up. Say if he straightens up and crosses his arms, that's Dennis.
Are y'all recording?
If he relaxes his shoulders a bit and then kind of covers up, it's Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
He just
it's so seamless and like it's so clear to read because in Split he has his his outfits. Everyone wears a different outfit.
Mm-hmm.
But when Barry's sending the emails, but it's Dennis who shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's Dennis pretending
to be Barry,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's super trippy because when you actually see Barry, like it's clearly not the guy from the beginning.
Yeah.
You
can tell it's somebody pushing a little hard to be somebody else.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Oh, we were just saying, that James McAvoy's transitions from character to character were so seamless between Glass and Split.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to see the character when you're changing clothes like he did in Split, but when he's wearing one thing, it's all about posture and
Like he does this whenever he's Patricia.
yeah.
Like sits up straight. It's all proper.
And if he crosses his arms and he's got this angry look on his face, he's Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Hedwig.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no mistaking Hedwig.
And I'm glad we got to see a lot of Hedwig. I wasn't expecting to see as much, but then you remember Hedwig is the one who controls the light at the end of the day.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
It was
Good
a really
watch.
fun movie.
Enjoyed it.
I stand by my review, my scoring.
4.
4 out of 5 shards of glass.
It grew on me, so it went from a 3.5 to a 4.
Oh.
Okay. I wouldn't know how to rate it because I'm bad at rating things. Like it's either good or it's not good, or it's just okay. Like I don't know. It was good. I liked it. So that was my rating.
So for your rating, it's either not enjoyable or enjoyable.
Well, no, like okay. So you know how like there's things and it's just a thing. Like it's not special.
Everything is just a thing.
No, sometimes things are special, and then sometimes things are trash or just like they suck.
What if that trash is special to me?
Well, that's to you, but to me, that thing is just trash. But this thing was a good thing, and I enjoyed this thing. So
So again, it's either trash or enjoyable.
no, sometimes it's just a thing. Sometimes it's just like
Some things are in the middle. Phil.
No, that doesn't make any sense because you said that there was no in between. You said
Okay,
it's either
so-
enjoyable or not enjoyable.
so. You
That's what
see, you see this thing, right? This is I'm holding a can of soda.
Okay.
Sometimes the can of soda is just meh. It's just a can of soda. Nah, whatever.
So when
it's not good or bad.
It's just a can of soda.
No.
When it's open,
No,
it's good.
she's saying after you're drunk, and sometimes you're like,
No, I did not even. It could be anything. It could be a toy truck.
So you're saying the toy truck.
I hate all of you. You all suck.
I think she's trying.
I'm just saying.
She's trying too hard to explain it.
I don't know how to rate things on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10.
We understand.
You're just assholes.
We're just
Give it
giving
an
you shit.
8.6.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Samuel L. Jackson was in it. He was good. Bruce Willis was in it. He was good. Some white dude was in it. He was good.
What's his name? I can't
That
remember.
chick from American Horror Story
I can't
was in
remember
it.
his name.
She was good.
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Yeah.
I still stick by my 4 out of 5. Would be a 5 out of 5, but I feel that.
But they
you
added the
have to watch-
Cloverfield. I understand completely.
No, I feel that you at least have to watch Split to
get it.
get quite a bit of it.
It's like Unbreakable isn't necessary, but it helps when you get that Glass David Dunn relationship.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way. Like, because I didn't watch Split, and I still understood it. I still got
you
it.
did watch Split.
I was drunk and don't remember any. I don't even remember watching that movie. I don't remember that y'all watched it.
But to be fair, that night I don't remember getting home. So
Yeah, so.
Wow. Okay. Either way, Glass is a good time. It's hard to say with Shyamalan movies because you want them to be more sometimes. You really do. But you don't need them to be because when he tries to go for more, it's a nosedive.
then you get Avatar.
Yeah, then you get The Last Airbender. But
I guess if you should start calling it that, and not Avatar, because of the other.
I think
Avatar
people
movie.
are just like they want what they want the ending to be. Because like he did The Mist, right?
No.
That wasn't his ending.
No.
Oh, that was someone else's ending that no one liked.
Who
He
directed
didn't do
Mist?
The Mist?
No.
Who directed Mist?
The Mist was
Did he produce it?
no. The guy who did The Mist is the same guy who directed like the first season of Walking Dead.
Are
Really?
you serious?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well I'm gonna shut up now because I don't know what I'm talking about.
The Mist had a perfect ending, by the way.
And don't say that to the folks I know.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were pissed.
I'll say it to him.
Face to their face. I'll say it 9 times.
Fight.
Frank.
Frank Darabont.
Yeah, Frank Darabont.
Sorry, it took me a second to remember it.
Oh, it also took me the fact that I had to say the first name.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Names.
film knowledge in here. But, yeah. Continue to watch movies, kids. And,
And if you don't like watching movies, read books. And if you don't like doing that, I guess just masturbate or something.
And on that note, dear friends, I want you guys to remember this.
Don't furiously masturbate, or you might dislocate your arm.
That is the lesson of the day. And always remember.
Now we can upload to Pornhub.
If you guys don't remember anything else, remember this. Rock your geek every day of the week.
Hey, he said it.
Oh my
He said
god.
End it.
So lame.
I'm doing it
Bye,
now.
guys. Bye.
It's everything's on fire.